Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of Yoleno TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. And once again, I'd like to say thank you so much for those who've been supporting our channel. Now, on to something that I found very bizarre, and it's concerning that witness session by Marjan. You know, Marjan was the first IEBC employee to now offer opinion as to what transpired during the electioneering period. But ladies and gentlemen, I think by now you know Marjan very well, the CEO. And if I may take you back to a session that he had with the media fraternity, whereby Chebukati and Marjan were seated.
Did you know that the Cybercrime Investigation and the Coordinating Center, CICC, in the Philippines, after the 2016 elections, called on its mathematics? It compromised the elections, which led to the election of President Rodrigo Duterte. Did you know that in Uganda, the biometric voter kits failed, forcing the election officials to revert to the manual voter system? Did you know that in Venezuela, in Latin America in 2017, its mathematics on its own acknowledged that the turnout voter figures were manipulated by at least 1 million voters? Did you establish this before you awarded the contract?
No, because I rely on the evaluation committee. After they do the due diligence and they provide me with the report, that is what I rely on. And therefore, these other news about that you are providing now are things that I was not even aware about.
So the report you awarded never cited these issues?
These issues were never cited.
But this is a company that is seriously indicted by a cybercrime agents of a country.
This, I think, it would require the company to respond, because I don't have a...
But you're already in agreement with them?
Yes, because this information did not even come to our attention. You're actually saying that, and it's not even confirmed. This probably will be based on information that you've been able to search, maybe from the internet and the rest.
And then they were grilled over why they took Smartmatic as the provider of the system that was supposed to handle our elections for the vote verification and authentication. So, you know, I was going through that session, the witness session of Marjan, and Marjan's words were calculated through Muchelule-led tribunal session, and he was the first person, like I said. Kindly check this video before I delve deep into what I want to share with you regarding Marjan's session.
The difference was around 233,000.
Difference between what and what?
Between the winning presidential candidate and the second.
Who was winning? Who was the second?
It was actually William Ruto, who was now winning. It was more by 233.
And therefore,
and then and that was now the issue. It is like this 233 is too small. We need to give them a second chance for them to go for sort of a rerun. That was actually the issue which was being discussed. And the fact that they should be moderated. Because the chairman said, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that.
mention about a press statement in Serena.
Yeah, I said I was actually surprised, because even one of the issue was the fact that the results are more than 100%.
Chairman, it seems you want to ask the questions for me. If that's what you want, you tell me. Because these are my questions, Chairman. With respect again to you, please allow me to answer my questions the way I want. You can ask your questions after I'm done with my questioning. Please respect.
Tell me which question I've asked.
If I want to stop
Tell
halfway,
me one question that I've asked.
this is the second time you want to force him to answer my question. If I stop asking my question, it's my question, Mr. Chairman.
Ask your question then.
Throughout that session, I noticed that the chair of the tribunal was kind of protective. The moment he noticed that Donald KIPKORIR had found Marjan was only storytelling. I think if you take a keen look at, or you keenly listen to what Marjan was saying, then you will understand that Marjan was merely telling a story. Because from whatever he said, from the type of words that he produced in that session, there were no tangible evidence to pin Masit to the allegations that he unveiled. I mean, there is a part in that session where Donald KIPKORIR asked Marjan, were you called or were you part of those people who filed a petition to have the 4 commissioners removed? And Marjan's response was no. And then there was a part again where Marjan was asked whether he offered his witness, evidential documents or evidences to the parliamentary select committee. He said no. I think the question, if I may understand Donald KIPKORIR very well, I think Donald KIPKORIR was trying to tell the whole attendees that if Marjan had something that he wanted the parliament to know, he would have been part and parcel of those people who produced evidences there. And mind you, it was the petitioning of this removal of the Sierra 4. And if I may take you back a bit to the first day, whereby there was Dennis Ntumbi. Dennis Ntumbi was, allow me to use the word, was destroyed by Donald KIPKORIR. His reputation was destroyed permanently.
Are you an ordained, at times you call yourself a bishop? Are you Reverend Bishop?
I've never referred to myself as a bishop, and I'm ordained Reverend through the ordainment of Bishop, through the ordainment of Bishop Eric Mwangi, Newbridge City Chapel.
Did you attend theology class?
Essentially, I'm a theologian.
Did you attend theology? Do you have a theology degree?
No.
You call yourself a security expert. What are your professional credentials to be a security expert?
I have served in the security field.
Do you have a degree in security studies?
Essentially,
I'm saying, do you have a degree in security studies?
No.
Do you have a security in military science?
I have certifications for the same.
You call yourself governance expert. Again, have you studied governance in the university?
No, I have not.
And I think in that session, again, it was alleged that Dennis Ntumbi has never had a degree, and that all those terminologies that he uses on himself, according to what Donald KIPKORIR was that those were just fake titles that he used to have on himself, so that people can look at him as someone who's very big in the society. Now, in that session, Donald KIPKORIR tried to grill Marjan, tried to ascertain whether Marjan understands that the things that he was saying. But if you look at that session very well, you find that Muchelule knew that if he allowed Donald KIPKORIR to continue grilling Marjan, then I think hiyo ingeangusha ile plan wako nayo. So that's why Muchelule intervened, and you saw what happened. Na waliingiliana sana, na the kind of clash that was witnessed there ilikuwa ni kubwa sana. I think Muchelule had to stop that session of grilling Marjan ili waende kwa mambo mengine. I think he was merely trying to protect Marjan. That's what I understand from the whole interaction. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share what the opinions are below the comment section. Once again, I'd like to urge you, any visitor who is not subscribed to this channel, to please support Yoleno TV by subscribing to our channel. Once again, please may you stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.